league, and it's a Ferrari GTE. But what I have, I've never raced the Ferrari GTE before. Wow, what a car! It's absolutely great fun to drive. It's a fixed setup, so at least I don't have to concern myself with mucking about with that. But the most interesting thing is it's got heat races. So it's 3 20-minute heat races, and it's mixed grid. So it doesn't matter where you qualify. Every grid is randomised. Wow, that really makes for interesting racing.
So it's basically like a sort of like a BTCC reverse grid thing.
Kind of like that, but just anybody can be anywhere. So like for the first race I started 14th, and then for the second one I was 3rd, and then for the last one I was 9th. It really makes sure you have to race actually, which is quite good, because first race all the fast guys were behind me and everyone slow was in front of me. I was like, oh Jesus Christ. It really puts the sort of mix into a race, so much so I was speaking to the guys and we're thinking about doing the heat racing for the Tony Hayes Cup next season.
Oh, nice.
With the GT4s, yeah, that'd be all right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just to give it a bit of mix, because it just produces more racing rather than, say I get on the pole and Tony Hayes and I'm off, because it can be quite monotonous that, it's like, there you go, boring. Whereas fighting forward is great fun.
Yeah, I'm like that. I kind of during a race sometimes sometimes I don't mind being by myself. Like if I'm just trying to like settle down and get into a rhythm. But if it's like towards the end of a race and you're by yourself and it's like, I wish someone was around.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm tempted to sign up for that Tony Hayes Cup next season, because I've heard even though I've not got the BMW or the Porsche Cayman, I've heard good things about both cars.
Yeah, they are both good. The GT4, I must admit, I really love the Porsche. We're not sure if we're going to still be multi-class and that it'll be the Porsche and the BMW. We're considering just making it one of the two cars, because there is a bit of a gulf in performance between the two, and the Porsche tends to beat the BMW in most cases. So we're looking at it. We might still go with the same, but I think we might just pick the BMW. We're not 100% on that.
Yeah, you should use the TCR car. Wink, wink.
Well, funnily enough, we did that the season before. We had the Audi and the GT4, but multi-class in league racing it's not ideal.
Hello guys, can you hear me? Hello guys.
Hey Eric.
Hey.
How's you, mate?
I just got home from my vacation.
Oh, nice. Where were you?
I was in the Netherlands.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, with some friends, we were camping.
Nice.
Yeah, it was quite a good time. But I'm a little bit exhausted now.
Oh dear. Is that your excuse, Eric, for saying I'm going to be all over the track and kill people?
Yes.
Car on, clear. Car on,
just
clear.
take some, what's that, tablet, it keeps you awake, is it Pro Plus?
Alright, how about this for the Tony Hayes Cup? Porsche Cup and Pro 4 trucks.
Jesus Christ. I'm going to go with no.
That would be a shitstorm.
Although the pro trucks we have considered doing for the race champions, that would be interesting.
And you grid the classes in the wrong order.
Oh Jesus, what? Put the slow ones in front? Oh God.
I'd be so up for that.
I mean, I love it. I love the idea because it would be mad, but I'm not sure I'd want to do that for 6 weeks.
Car on, clear.
Wow, that's a fast time from Mr. Nylander.
What did he do?
A 47.3. He's not normally that quick. I'm going to guess that's draft from him, but...
Yeah, he was round about the same pace as me at Donington. He was round about 10.
I don't think so. He was at the top of the timing sheets when I was behind him and he had no draft.
That's interesting. He's improved very quickly.
Yeah, it sounds like the F1 Grand Prix was quite hectic today as well, but I'll need to catch up on the highlights of that later.
Yeah, it's definitely worth watching.
So I went back to playing a game I haven't played for 15 plus years this week, and Jesus Christ, it's changed completely.
What game's that?
EVE Online.
I've heard of that. I've never played it, but I've heard about it.
Car on your left.
Most games I don't really play
Still
anything
there.
else these days, to be honest.
Clear.
Just like never get the time.
Yeah, I mean, EVE Online is like the biggest time sink you're ever going to commit to a game. And I played it for about 10 years, but I left about 15 years ago. And I came back, and everything's familiar, but everything's changed. And it's taken me a week, and I still have no idea what I'm doing.
I think the last non-racing game I played was ATS2,
Oh yeah, that was a good game.
the Euro Truck Simulator.
That's absolutely brilliant in VR, by the way. It's incredibly relaxing.
Yes, it really is.
Although everybody hates me because I take the speed limiter off, and I find trying to keep the truck at like 95 or 100 on a motorway is just great fun.
Yes, I do exactly the same thing.
It is. It's great fun, isn't it?
It is really.
But I still obey the rules like in a city, so I'll drop to the speed limit. But on a motorway, it's like trying to hold it at 95 around a bend that's designed for 60. It's hilarious.
You know, most any time I play a Euro Truck Simulator, I just basically I'm like, screw this, I just run people off the road.
Oh, well, that's a little bit harsh, but okay.
It's fun though.
I mean, sometimes the AI does my head in. Like, they'll go round a roundabout. They'll go round the outside of the roundabout to go a right turn or left turn. I'm like, you can't do that! And then they run right into you, but it makes me laugh.
It's like you get like different tasks or jobs. Jobs. That's it. To go to like different places, like countries, and it's like you get like jobs to go to like Albania or whatever. And I'm like, I just think to myself, get out of the way, you slow Albanian. That's not racist, by the way, in case I get banned.
No, that's fine.
But yeah, it's one of those games I just sit down and play sometimes if I just feel like relaxing or don't feel like doing any racing. It's like something to relax and listen to some music. I think, isn't there on ATS, isn't there like a ATS radio?
Oh yeah, the radio is some of the fun bits, yeah. Totally.
I keep forgetting how you get that.
I think, well, I mean, in Euro Truck I just use the online radio stations. Some of them are fun, but there's ways of adding your own ones.
I don't know if they have it or not. I wish they had it. I wish they had something like American radio, like a redneck radio station. Like listen.
I'm sure you can get it through the channel, isn't it?
Or you can put like what I do is normally put the proclaimers on.
Oh, Right, get out the channel now. I hate you. I must be the only Scottish person in the world that can't stand them.
No, I can't stand them either.
If I could run 1,000 miles, I'd run 1,000 miles just to get away from you. I can't. Sorry, that's Scottish.
I would just run like
got a slow
500
car on the
miles to
left.
just knee them in the balls.
Car on your left. Clear.
I mean, I'll give them credit. They've made their money and they've got music out there, but it does me nothing.
It reminds the ATS radio. Weirdly, it reminds me of Grand Theft Auto when you used to get like the 1980s radio stations.
Yep.
Oh, back in the day. Or it takes me back to my youth.
Yeah, that was the other thing, going back to Eve and saying, I've just gone back to a game I played 15 years ago and I played it for 10 years. Jesus Christ, that makes you feel old.
I was also playing one of the old racing games that I had ages ago. But I first got involved with in some racing GTR2.
Oh, that's a great game. Yeah, that is good.
That Ferrari 550. Oh my god. Oh.
So I only found out a few months ago we're getting another Toka game. Is that coming next year?
Yeah, I don't. It's not coming to iRacing, but it's I think who is it is making it?
Tell me it's not Codemasters. Oh god.
I hope not. I think it's another gaming company, but I can't remember what they're called. I would need to have a look on Twitter or have a look for it anyway.
That I would hope is good, because the first one was great fun. So I love a touring car game.
Which game do you mean?
They're doing another Toka game, touring cars.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Coming next year.
Really?
Yep. Don't ask me any details on it because I only found out about it a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
I just came across it on Twitter and I was like, what? I was like, I wish it came to like iRacing or R-Factor, like R-Factor 2, but it's still a new game, I guess, which is a good thing. My favourite Toka game had to be the one that came out in, was it 97, I think it was?
Yeah.
Or back in the old PS1.
My God, Lee is fast. Every single track he gets faster and faster. Jesus, what a time. I really hope that is draft.
Well, let's see. So judging by how much he gapped me, on his out lap when he came out in front of me, he did a low 47.
Jesus. In what, in cold tires?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. I mean, that lap there, and I got a tiny bit of draft off you, Peter. I think that's about as quick as I can go here. I don't think I can get 46 without draft.
Yeah, I think 48 is the fastest I'm gonna get. 48.0. Now just gonna actually hook it up.
Right, whatever you do, don't blow it, Peter, because I'm on for a really good lap in your draft. In other words, I'm not going to lift, so if you crash, I'm just going to plow into you. Cheers, mate. See how the weather's just done that and it's gone really dark? You've no idea the difference that makes at just that point when the cloud covers the corner.
Oh yeah. So the Barcelona 12 hour is all about dealing with heat. Started at like 20 degrees C, and I think at its hottest the track was like 47.
I mean, I still say iRacing have it a little bit too aggressive, because a cloud coming over wouldn't make that much difference that fast. Oh, I'm at fuel. I just looked and I was like, oh, right, no laps. Thanks for that, Peter. That was nice.
Good, so I didn't actually hold you up there?
No, not in the slightest, mate. Not at all. You actually judged it perfectly to let me pass.
Some people take a tighter line than others in that spot, so... Alright, if I can bang out some 48 zeros, that won't be too bad.
Now, I will say it just before the race starts, because here it is kind of key, but it's fine to use either pit exit. There's no rule against it. Just obviously make sure if you're using the first one, be very, very careful with who's coming out and behind you, because you can kill people that way.
I'm confused then, because I remember last time when I used that first pit exit, I got a stop and go.
What, the system gave you a stop and go?
Yeah.
Ah, just watch the lines then, you've crossed something. But it's more that, to pay attention to your F3 when, if you're going to use the first pit exit, be very careful, because it's difficult to see who's coming unless you use your F3.
Right.
Well, I just was never able to figure it out. Like, I did it once or twice in practice sessions
You got a straight
and got a
car on
stop
the
and
left.
go, and I
Go
just
right.
figured that that's just not the pit exit, apparently.
No, you can use it. I'll use it.
What's that, the one for pit exit?
Yeah, I'm just saying you can use either pit exit here. It doesn't really matter. It's just be careful with the first one and use your F3 if you're going to use it.
Yeah, I prefer using the longer one just in case there's any cars coming in really quickly, and it means
It can be useful, yeah. Because if you're getting to the end of the pit exit and you see in your F3 somebody's relative, I'll pick the longer one because I'll think, right, I can judge this to see what speed they're going to, see if I can catch their grab.
Plus it basically just gives me, like, it means like I can rejoin the race, like the track safely, and also it means like people that's coming into turn one, that basically like gives them a heads up in a way.
Yeah, 22 drivers, that's a good amount for Road America. Phillip.
Even though. Yeah, that was similar to the. It was kind of. It was similar to a similar turnout to the North Park.
Yeah.
Plus, with like the weather we're getting at the moment, so I guess what some people will probably be outside just relaxing.
Yeah, like I thought, these lap no drafts. That's just his base.
Yeah, I told you.
Yeah. Oh. It's fine. I mean, with how many he's won every single race this season. He's gonna win no matter what.
Yeah, at least pretty quick. He races in the Monday night skippies as well. So
Yeah, he's good. He's good. He deserves it. He deserves to win. He really does.
that's what I'll probably start doing next season, is getting into the skippy more and just getting some track time. I prefer just sticking to like league stuff, because the official stuff can be a bit hit and miss.
You just never know when you run into a complete and utter pleb that kills you.
I.e. what Siberians.
Well, that's the only thing. We're running this Ferrari league on a Saturday. Everyone's Brazilian. Now, normally in official, I'm like, oh god, it's Brazilian, they're going to kill me. So when you're surrounded by Brazilians, you're like, I'm going to die. Thankfully, though, they're quite good.
Yeah, it's funny. All the cars I drive the most are like the ones with a large community of aliens. It's like with a Skippy, right? You know, in any given race, there's probably 2 or 3 people who are as fast as Lee.
And as I suspected, Timmy's lap is draft. Yeah. Oh god, he had the whole lap. Yeah, the reason for that, Peter, is the Skippy is where everybody cuts their teeth, really. And the Skippy is just one of those that you either fall in love with it or you hate it. There are some people that just can't stand it as a car and don't drive it, but a lot of us learn in the Skippy. So it teaches you a lot of good things. It teaches you bad things, but it teaches you a lot about racing. It really does. Back in the move.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel.
Holy shit! Sorry, I didn't actually leave. I was writing something there. I just watched Timmy go side by side with Jason Guerrara, and they survived.
Congratulations.
I know, that's not something you often see. Oh, and then Timmy immediately killed himself. Never mind. Anyway, back with it.
You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
Sorry.
Oh, cold tires lap one. That corner's horrid.
kind of rejoin with that?
You know, the Skippy and I guess the MX-5 were the reason that I got into iRacing.
Yeah, MX-5 is a fun car. Although,
'Cause-
I must admit, I'm not so struck on the newer one. I prefer the older one.
Well, I can't say I really like it at all. But the thing is, I was doing a lot of leagues and online races and stuff in Assetto Corsa. And I just came to realize that A, I had no racecraft.
In Assetto, oh god, yeah, the AI in Assetto's terrible.
No, that I had no racecraft at all.
Oh, that you? Ah, right, okay.
And B, that, like, if I was going to learn that stuff, it would have to be in cars that were slower and easier to
Yep.
drive and give me more time to think.
That's good thinking. Speaking of cars that are slower, there's one car I wish iRacing would give us, and it is the Ginetta Junior car. I think it would be fantastic in iRacing.
Oh, the one that they use in
Yep,
the BTCC
juniors.
support.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've driven it in Project Cars 1 and 2, and although Project Cars is a bit woolly in its handling, just that the characteristics of it would be fantastic.
What kind of car is it?
It's just a very, very small, I think it's, 120 or 100 horsepower car, rear wheel drive, front engine, and it's got oversteer, it's got understeer, it's just got so much character. It's great fun to drive in Project Cars, so you can imagine iRacing, the adaptation would be even better. It would just, it's such a slow car as well that the racing would be really good in it.
Yeah, even after going at it for, I guess, better part of 2 years now, I still don't feel like I'm able to drive fast cars effectively.
It does take a lot of time. I must admit, when I picked the Ferrari up a couple of weeks ago, I'm quite shocked at how quickly I picked it up, but then apparently the GT cars are quite easy to drive fast. They've just got tons of grip and you can just floor it. But yeah, I'm a little bit like that with most cars. It takes me a while to feel comfortable with one.
I mean, the Porsche comes pretty fast and I could drive that, but the thing is, like, I make so many stupid decisions because I don't have time to consider.
Yeah, faster car means you gotta decide really quickly.
Like, I would not be trying to race as close or as hard as lots of people, but I would still end up, like, just horribly misjudging one thing or another and causing a dumb accident. So,
I think, to be honest, that's the problem a lot of people have in official. They see a car and they think, oh great, I want to race that because that's a great car. But if you haven't got the skill and the racecraft and the wherewithal, it's just, sometimes it's too much car for some people. Now, speaking of too much car, now, I'm going to say this and it's going to sound horrible, so bear with me. What's your thoughts on Nicholas Hamilton being in touring cars, Ryan?
I mean, excuse me. I'll try and say it in the best way possible without sounding like an ass. I mean, I respect him for being in the BTCC and the.
Yep, because of his disability. Yep.
And I'm all for having disabled people race in motorsport.
Yep.
I mean, there is ways you can race. Like, I mean, like hand controls is one. Alex and Ardy proved that you can race without
Totally.
without having to use your legs. I know I know it sounds horrible before anyone shoots me down.
No, you're quite right. Yeah.
And he proved that he raced in the Spa 24 a few years ago and proved that you can use hand controls and be on the pace, and raced in the Daytona 24. I mean, he proved that he was still on the pace. I mean, so that's fair enough. Nicholas Hamilton, I mean, as I say, all respect for him to trying to like live his dream and get into racing. But
don't you feel the car's too much for him?
I was about to say, I think being in a really quick car like a BTCC car is just the kind of like out of his grasp or out of his depth, and basically. So
pretty much what I was saying about people jumping in official racing and going the front. I feel like he's just jumped into too big a car that's too much for him. First 3 races he's spinning it, he's crashing, he's barely gaining a position, and it's too much for him. And it's like, I feel bad for the guy because everybody's going to be saying what we're all saying now. He's only there because of his name, which is just terrible.
I mean, I don't know if it's true or not, but if it is true, I respect him for going for like getting on the grid like his own way, and not having to rely on his brother or his dad or anything like that. Like, he's went out there and like looked for sponsors to get him on the grid. If that's true, then I take my hat off to him. But I think he should have went to something like maybe something
the
like
minis or
like
the Clios,
like the minis or Clios, or even
he should have worked his way there. It's just that we feel really, really bad because we now have, I know it's horrible, but it's a case of, okay, many laps before Nicholas has put it in the grass. Oh, 3 today. Oh, that's good. And it's like, that's just terrible to say that about someone, but at the same time, he's proving it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I guess on the other hand, he's maybe just there, like, he knows he'll never get to Formula 1, so I guess he's just there, like, kind of just like live his dream of being on the grid or just being on the track and just having fun.
I get that, but there would be a way to get to touring cars, you know, go in a slower class, learn your way up, and to be honest, I hate to say it, but was he not in the Clios for a brief period as well? Again at the back, and again crashing, and it's like, oh, jeez.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said about Alex Zanardi, he's disabled, but on the other hand, he can prove he can still be on the pace by even on hand controls.
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing that annoys me when people say, like some people say, like, oh, disabled people shouldn't be in motorsport.
Oh yeah, that's such a wrong thing to say. Yeah, it really is.
I'm like, oh, just fuck off. But I can understand where you're coming from. Like, I respect like your side of like the argument, like you're being sensible about it, but other people would say like,
oh, they're just straight there. You shouldn't be there. Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it's like you shouldn't be alive, but there we go.
Yeah, you can't have everything. I just think though, the longer he goes in touring cars right now, the worse it's going to get for him. Because I just don't see it improving from where he is.
Yeah, I think it's kind of maybe just like sometimes on the other hand, maybe it's just like pressure getting to him. Oh, I've got to do well because of my name. And
yeah, it could be that as well. But that doesn't help either as well.
It's like, so there's like two sides to the argument. Yeah, there could be too much pressure, but on the other hand, it's kind of it's like you
what
want to
say
it, but you don't want to sound harsh.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree with you. You should have went to like something like something like in a car that's not got as much power. Like the Minis is more about the driver and not.
I mean, he was in the Clios for the first season. I remember it was 2 or 3 seasons ago. And yes, he was at the back. Yes, he had a few crashes. But you were like, that's kind of where you're suited. At the time, it felt like it was too much for him. But that's where you learn, you know, move up the field. And then suddenly, when we come to this season of touring cars, we're like, Nicholas is still here, and he's still in a car here. Oh, okay. You just think it's too much car for him.
Yeah, I think if he doesn't get like any decent results towards the end of the season, I think he'll probably go and do something else, or just maybe as much as it can to say it, just give up racing completely.
Oh no, I hope he doesn't do that, because I think he deserves to have a place somewhere in racing. You know, just champion the fact that, look, I've got a disability, I can race, anyone can do it. It's a great cause and people should be doing it. But at the minute, I think he's doing himself more harm than good.
Yeah, I think like next season he probably won't be in the BTCC, but he'll
I
probably.
wouldn't think so.
I think he'll probably try and go and do something else like the minis or something like that. Or
I must admit, the minis were quite good fun to watch. I like that.
yeah, it's like I was watching them and I was watching them this afternoon, and that was great racing like throughout
Yeah.
the field, like wherever, like at the front, midfield,
Yep.
at the back. There was always a
They
battle
look a
going-
fun car to race too.
There was always a battle going on.
Which is kind of ironic because that's one of my most hated cars. I hate that car.
I think Andrew Jordan's racing in there as well now.
Is he? Is that where he's gone?
Yeah,
Ah.
I seen it on the TV this afternoon, like just at the corner of my eye when I was doing practice for this race.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
I think so anyway. I would need to go and check it back, or watch it back right even.
Because he has to be racing somewhere. He's too good not to be.
Yeah, I think Jordan will be back next season. I think
Yeah.
well, if he does come back next season, I think he'll be with WSR again.
Yeah, that would be nice because he is good. Do you know by any chance what happened to Plato? Why Jason Plato hasn't got a seat? Is it because Subaru have dropped out and also Vauxhall?
The Plato was with was it Power Max?
Yeah, it was. But were they
pulled out.
Vauxhall or not? Oh, they pulled out.
They were Vauxhall, but they pulled out this season before the season started because of this whole COVID thing.
So that's why he's not there.
But I think they'll be back next season.
Alright, cool.
That's what I've heard anyway. But I think it all comes down to whether if this COVID thing gets any better. It comes down to it. As always, it comes down to money.
Judging by the Aberdeen pubs, it's not going to get any better any quicker.
Yeah, no one will be
Right
happy.
side.
I want to make a joke to that.
You'll
But
let-
Go on,
Clear on the right.
make it. I'll get it.
I was going to say.
Right side.
At least the people in
Clear.
Aberdeen, like, they don't need to go for a holiday for a good time and just jump in the fields. And,
I knew you were going to say that. They've got company in all the fields, so they don't need to go to the pubs.
And they can dress up as one as well.
But it is such a stupid thing. I'm not going to get on my horse about it. But of all the things to reopen, you think about it, pubs, oh yeah, because people when they're sober in that type of environment are going to social distance. And when they're drunk, they're really going to social distance. Sure.
Yep. Yeah, I saw it in the news yesterday or the day before. Like they said, Aberdeen's in lockdown now. I was like, what? Say that again?
Yep. I'm actually more surprised it hasn't been like Glasgow's done it as well, because you think about all the Glasgow pubs, you think, oh god.
Where's it you live again?
Kelty and Fife.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you lived in Aberdeen or not, so I was like,
No.
I don't know.
Clear on the left.
Even if I was, I'd quite happily go along with the jokes. So. And mate, I come from Dundee, so I'm the butt of most jokes.
Yeah, but I think lockdown 2.0 will probably happen at some point.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. You know, with reference to like the sports and COVID, in my state, the governor is trying to convince people you have to social distance because that's how we're going to be able to have sport.
Wow, that's a mass of people coming out the pits.
Yeah. I think it says a lot about the American mindset that like this is the strategy you pick.
Yeah. Too wide with Jason.
Oh wow, Jason's P1, nice.
That was the most unbitchiest bitchy comment I think I've ever heard. I like it.
Largely because I don't know how you get the position at the beginning of qualifying before anyone set a time.
Yeah, I know. I think it's to do with when you join the session, isn't it?
No, I think it's when you click register.
I couldn't tell if it was when you actually click join or register, so yeah, I think that's right.
Well, I'm still finding new places to loop it around.
Car right, clear.
Alright, let's see if I can pull out some crazy quali magic again and go like a 47-2.
Right side. Still there, hold your line. Stay on the left. Clear.
The guy ahead of me kindly gave me a draft towards turn 1 and then spun out.
That was nice of him.
Car right. Clear.
Go on, Aaron.
Right side. Still there, hold your line. Still there, hold your line. Clear. Right side, car on your left, too wide. Clear on the left.
I'll give you a bit of draft, Eric, and then I'll pull
Right
across.
side.
So don't worry.
Still there,
Don't
hold
lift.
your line. Keep to the left. Clear.
Well, that was nearly death. Go ahead, Eric, because I'm not going to beat the time now.
Right side. Clear. Car right. Keep to the left. Still there. Still there. Clear. Car right. You're in the middle. 3 wide. Hold your line. Clear. 2 wide. Left side. 2 wide. Clear. Car right. Still there. Keep to the left. Keep to the left. Stay on the left. Clear. Car right. Clear on the right. Right side. Clear on the right. They say you cut the course. You'll have to slow down and give up the time gained.
Congratulations on another nice qualifying, Ryan.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, nice job, mate.
Yeah, I was quite surprised to see myself in the top 3 for a couple of
Yeah,
minutes, but
good
I'll
job.
take P5, considering that
Right.
was no
Do the-
draft at all.
Good chat just now, guys.
Okay everyone, welcome to Phillip Island in Skippy. Usual setup today, so 40-minute race. You will need one pit stop, but don't take tyres because in Skippy it's a bad idea. Be very, very careful first lap, cold tyres.
Wait a minute, I'm on pole. Where did that come from? I really thought Lee was going to beat me.
Nice one, dude.
I didn't even know it. I thought I was second. Oh, alright, okay. I mean, it's irrelevant here. Everybody's got so much draw.
Yes, someone I'm scared of because cold tyres.
Yeah, that's why. Just be very careful of that one. Having said
that's
that,
true.
I'll be the one that spins it. What you see?
Yeah, someone will just spin and kill me on lap 1, and then I won't have to worry about strategy or anything. That'll be nice. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck, guys.
Green, green, green. Left side. Keep to the right. Clear on the left. You're now in third.
There's really nobody behind you, Eric. Jesus, that's a hell of a gap.
Yes, it really is.
That might work in our favour. I'm not going to go too aggressive on Lee here. I'll just try and swap with him in the usual spots.
Yeah, and I'll just try to stay as close but not lead, because I'm slower.
Because it is Timmy and Used, so I mean, if they do swap, they will be quite fast. So we'll see.
The next car's the leader.
Wow, I think that's the quietest I've ever seen the start of a race, no matter what. Bloody hell.
It's just because turns 1 and 2 are so easy.
Well, they are now lap 3 because your tyres are worn. Oh, he takes a bit of an odd line there. Interesting, I've never used that before.
I think by definition it means the rest of us are taking it online.
I think I've got debris stuck under my car because I'm so
Have
slow
you?
in straight line. Yeah,
Why, was there something happened in front?
yeah, a bit of debris flew in the air and I hit it.
Oh, that sucks.
Fuck.
Was the debris from Bamber?
Nah, he was behind me.
I keep sending it around the outside of the hairpin and it keeps working.
Yeah, if you can hold it, the outside line can actually be quite good.
The next car's the leader.
Oh, this is so depressing.
It must be annoying for you, mate.
I'm
I'll let
actually
you know if I
tempted,
can see it.
Are you tempted to go in the pits already?
yeah, just to get it fixed and not lose too much time.
Well, my JRT's saying 1.8 gallons, so I mean now you would be a two-stop. You'd have to.
I'll stretch out for another 5 minutes then.
Just as asking them to work together because obviously they're losing time. The thing is, I actually know Aaron La, and he's not actually the type of person that will work together. He'll battle every corner.
Yeah, it's a good thing for us.
Yep.
The next car's the leader.
Fuck me.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong. Weird.
In what position are you now, Ryan?
15th?
Oh, that sucks, mate.
Yeah, it's just like a bit of debris hit the front of my car, and then afterwards it just, like, in a straight line I was getting left
Yeah.
for dead.
Maybe it's from wing damage?
Yeah, I mean, it might have knocked off the front of your wing as well. Like, you know that little nose cone, because if that goes on Skippy, that can make a difference at the top speed.
His wing's still there, but I think it might have been a bit mangled. It's hard to tell with that paint scheme.
Yeah, possibly. I'll stretch out for another 5 minutes and then I'll dive into the pits. Hopefully I can get to the end from there.
Well, I'll give you a shout when I could go in the pits from right now. So, it's not now anyway.
Yeah, don't worry, you'll probably catch some people afterwards. Everyone up through Solander at an 8th is going
The
very
next car's the
slow.
leader.
Yeah, I guess on the other hand it gives me a chance to save fuel.
Judging by your quali time, you may have like 1 to 1.5 seconds on this whole pack.
Yeah.
And you have the fastest car.
Yeah, because I mean, if I was to stop now, I could only put 1.4, and GRT's saying 1.8 for me, so I know that's at least another 2 laps.
Okay. So I'll try and get to the 20-minute remaining mark, and I should, fingers crossed, should be able to get to the end from there.
Debris in the middle of hairpin 1.
The wood here.
Yeah, it looks like a nose cone bit. Not the whole thing.
Well, I'm actually keeping up with Lundberg in 15th, so he might have the same issue as me.
It's interesting, Timmy and Juiced and that, they're keeping decent time. I mean, I know they've dropped off, but they're holding pretty decent time.
Yeah, they are. I think they are working a bit together, but I think also that he is really quick and you are also very quick.
The next car's the leader.
Yeah, plus it helps if you've got 3 and 2 are working together and the other one's just holding, you know, so I'm not sure they're doing that.
Yeah.
I think that's the first guy who's pitted now.
Yeah, it's too early, he'll be pitting again.
How many laps do we still have left?
15 including this one.
Yeah, I think then after this one you can pick.
Yeah, because now it's 1.6 gallon I could put in. It would be touch and go on this one, I think.
Yeah, my fuel up is saying 1.9 gallons.
I mean, if I were you, I'd wait another lap. I really would.
Okay, yeah,
I mean, I know it's torture when your car's damaged, but you would lose much more time doing 2 pit stops.
I'll stretch out then. What is that, an extra 1 lap or a couple of minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll wait a couple of minutes then.
Because I mean, I could go in now, but I'd be like, oh, can I put 1.8? It'd be like, oh, I'm not sure. Because I mean, I'm going past the pit exit and I've got 1 gallon of fuel with a 2.7 tank. I'd be like, God, is it going to flick to 0.9? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I've got 1 gallon left coming around the final corner.
Yeah, you'd be touch and go, mate.
You've got about 5
Yeah, I'll
laps
just
of
stretch
fuel.
out then. So I'll just try and run the tank dry.
Back up 8
I'm not sure
through,
you need to run it dry. I think you'd be safer. I think you should go in and get it fixed. I would say next lap go in.
Okay, what, at the end of this lap or the next
Yeah.
one? What, at the end of this one?
What lap are you on?
10.
Yeah,
Just heading on.
after this one, so the following one.
No, it's not. It doesn't really bother me with this damage. It's just more like I was tempted to try and do an undercut. I would probably be wasting the time doing it that way.
All these cars are still battling massively and losing lots of time.
To be honest, Lee and I are swapping draft, and Eric's going to be the best out of this because he's fuel saving constantly, so he's probably going to jump us all in the pit stops.
Yeah,
But that's the joy of the popcorn position.
I can't run away from you though.
I don't know, if you get a 5-second jump on us, you might do it.
Yeah, but it's not like I'm not using any fuel. Yeah, of course I can save some, but I have to push to keep up.
Yeah. There's a degree on draft tracks. It's tricky to save because you're not lifting an awful lot.
Yeah, exactly.
I estimate you can probably box now and make it, but
Yeah, I'm putting at the end of the next lap.
Yeah, you'll be fine with it now, mate.
kind of overcut some guys. So I'm faster than them even without the draft.
Wow, we have been doing fast lap times. I've just noticed that. Jesus.
Yeah, really.
It's always scary when you catch a guy by almost a second in one corner.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel. You're in second position right now.
Used came out the pits behind me, 3.5 seconds. He's gained a bit. Ah, now he's 4. Right, okay, maybe. I'm not pitting in, that was a mistake. I've already been in.
leaders pitting now. You have about 1 lap of fuel left. You're in first.
Holy shit, Lee came out miles ahead of me. I think I'll catch him.
So I lost time because in the pits we all slowed down to like 40 miles an hour for no reason.
Oh, it feels so good to have the speed back. On the other hand, I might need to feel safe.
Lee's just out of my draft. And he might get away. He's 1.4. Damn it.
Go get Frederick, please, Ryan.
I might need to feel safe, so I might. Oh, someone spun. Oh,
That's me out. Suspension destroyed.
Oh, no, Peter.
That's it, go!
unlucky, buddy.
Couldn't even make it back. What the hell happened? What did he do?
Keep to the left. Clear.
Who was it?
Josh Brain, he just... Oh! Rob Hop did something crazy, and so Josh suddenly braked and lost control of his car. And he just clipped me and destroyed the right rear. Yeah, I couldn't even get the car moving.
Yeah, I think Lee might be off Eric. He's just too quick.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, I mean, I was convinced that Frederick was just going to punt me and kill me anyway, so whatever.
Yeah, maybe we are lucky and he makes a mistake or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, I've got 25 seconds from me to the next car.
But at this pace, it's more likely I'll make a mistake.
Yeah, I think Frederick's having to feel safe as well because he keeps moving across as if to say go by.
The Frederick's was really belligerent to me. I think he may be defending weirdly. Since I have no draft, I think Lee will actually catch me. Shit.
Hold him up.
I mean, Jesus Christ, Lee. I think that was a 46.8 on my own, and he still gained 0.1 on me. Jesus.
Yeah, he's really fast.
Oh, he's really quick. He's hero. He really is.
Yeah.
Alright, when he even gets near, I'll just slow down so he doesn't get any draft.
Yeah,
Because I think
do something back.
No.
No, I'm not kidding.
Because at this rate, he will be in my draft by the final lap.
Oh, I'd love to know what his time was, because this is a hell of a lap for me, and it's still exactly the same. Jesus Christ!
Wow, 46.7 for me.
Yep, I am really pushing. It's not going to help. Yeah, can't afford mistakes like that, because that's where he gains 0.2 in a corner.
Crew Chief says Anderson's lap was a 47.0.
Nah, that can't be, because I did a 46.9 on my own, and he still felt like he gained something. Well, I suppose it was just about the same, so... He just is that good. He really is the new hero. Like here he's gaining a ton.
I wouldn't say he's the new hero, because if you remember in the Porsche when he drove that, I was a little bit quicker than him.
Ah, he's a new hero in the Skippy.
He's just a Skippy alien. Like Edwin Valerino or one of those guys.
Yeah.
about 5 laps of fuel.
I think I gained 0.2 that lap, maybe if I'm lucky. Because this is even quicker. But holy shit. Yep, 46.7.
Wow, really amazing pace.
But hey, I'm right on the edge of where I can go.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah. So I don't know if I should believe it, but crew chief says you've just done the fastest lap.
On my own.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that was well, it's down to 1.7, but I just don't think there's enough time. Not 4 minutes, no way. Ah, make a mistake. Be human.
Yeah. He just needs one little mistake.
Down to 1.6. It's too far. Too little, too late. Yeah, made too much of a mistake in that corner. I mean, I just can't push at that pace every single lap.
Should I try and push you on this race?
Nah, I mean, we'll just fight it out for the battle, mate. There's no point. Just go for it.
Right side.
Because there's no point. You're never going to
Hold
catch
your
him at
line.
2 now. So,
Still there. Clear. You're back in second.
I mean, he really is a deserving champion this season, that's for sure.
Yeah, with your 2 DNS, that was very unfortunate.
Ah, shit happens. It's just racing. You know, you have to take it.
The next car's the leader.
Well, at least it's been a nice and clean race. Besides me, only one other car was knocked out, I think.
Stay on the right. Keep to the right. Clear on the left. Car on your left. Stay on the right. Clear. About 2 laps of fuel left.
Is this a checkered for you guys?
Yeah, it is. It was white flag.
Oh, I thought that it was going to be white flag. This lap would be your last lap.
Checkered flag, checkered flag.
Yeah, good racing, Eric. But I mean, Jesus Christ, Lee,
Nice
that's
run.
just
Solid work.
alien-like.
Great pace by you, David.
Well,
Great.
I tried. I pushed as hard as I could. If I got fastest lap, I'll be happy with that.
Yeah, that's amazing. Great. It's my first podium in the
Oh,
Formula Neagle.
Is it, mate? Oh, well
Yes,
done.
yes, it is.
Good for you.
Oh, that was close. I literally ran out of fuel as I spotted across the line. Whew. But,
Where'd you finish?
P13.
Nice. Did you get through that pack?
Yeah, it was after the pit stops I gained some places, so and then I didn't add enough fuel, so I had to fuel save for the rest of the race. By P13 I'll take that, but I'm just
Yeah, amazing race. Thank you.
kind of frustrated it wasn't a top 10 if it wasn't for that wing damage.
Yeah, it was really fun today. Good race.
That was quite a well-behaved race, I thought.
Yeah, like I said, only 2 cars taken out. And I finally made it to the checkered. Where is the line anyway?
Where's the line? Give me it.
Ah, there it is. Yep. Checkered. My last lap in clear air was a 47.7.
That's pretty good.
Podium, Eric.
Yeah, wow. Nice.
I was really happy with the start of that race, and then basically as soon as I clipped that a bit of debris on the track, it just my straight line speed just went to crap. But I still enjoyed that race, so still got points, so it's not all bad.
Anything I need to look at that you can remember?
I guess the only thing I could say was I'd complain about people moving under braking on lap 1, but I think it was
Nothing
more
new.
just trying to dice past each other, decide which line they wanted to take.
Yeah, everyone was well behaved through turn 1 and 2. Nice. So what lap was the bit that hit you, Ryan?
I can't remember. I think it was it was between lap. I think it was between lap 2 and 5. I think, or lap 2 and 4. I can't remember exactly. But it's,
In fact, I think I can see it actually, because lap 3 you did a 48 and then lap 4 you did a 49.
I'll have a quick look. Lap 3.
Wait a minute. I think I see what happened.
What happened?
Yeah. There was a nose cone on the track after. Oh, what turn is that?
No, I'm looking now.
4. Yeah, lap 3, and it hit your front wing, and in fact, your front wing almost came off.
I'm just watching now. It's dangling. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you did have damage, but what it is it's actually hanging off. It's not that it was crumpled. It's not on properly again.
It basically felt something hit the front. Now I thought it was like my front nose cone, like something was stuck underneath.
So when I look on the replay, I don't see the debris that you hit. I just see your wing get bent.
I didn't touch anyone. That's the thing.